Welcome back, mathletes. We have our second day working with circles and their outer edge measurements. And yesterday we talked that we call that circumference, although it's really a perimeter idea. With regular perimeter, we're talking about flat outside edges, and we know there's nothing flat about a circle. That's kind of the point of the shape. We will make sure that you're good with all of those geometry vocabulary words that we have in this chapter. And then we'll remind ourselves how to label our answers as well with our matching units. So just a reminder that diameter is that distance that travels all the way across the center of a circle. It starts at one end, hits the center, and then exits on the other side. We also learned that a radius is really just half of a diameter. So it only goes from the outer edge to the center and stops. If we pivoted that around and around and around, we would have one radius on one side. And then if we spun it, we'd have another radius on the other side. And together, those two radii become your diameter value. We said that circumference is that distance around a circle. It's kind of a perimeter idea, only for curvy shapes, we call it circumference. Pi is a value that we need when calculating the circumference outer edge measurement. And we are going to use the approximate decimal 3.14 as our pi value. And today we'll be working specifically with semicircles, and a semicircle is just half of a circle. So if we know the diameter and we need to find a radius, we can take that diameter and divide it by 2, because one whole diameter is really 2 radii values. If we only know the radius, we can double that radius, which grows it to the other side also, and then we would have a complete diameter. Some of our formulas for circles require the whole diameter, and some of our formulas for circles only need a radius number. So being able to go back and forth between diameters and radius measurements is something that is helpful. So I'll do one here. I've got a circle. The diameter is 52 inches. We're looking for a radius on this one. So I know that if all the way across is a 52, half of that is my radius value. And I know that half of 52 is 26. Since it's just a one-dimensional straight line, I'm going to label it inches. You try yours. Your diameter was 14.6, and a radius is only half of that. So half of 14.6 is a 7.3, and your label would have been millimeters. How'd you do? The other way we want to be able to go is if we know a radius, being able to find diameter. So if we know the radius value, we can figure out what the diameter is by doubling the radius. So if 13 feet gets me part the way across, another 13 feet is going to finish the job, making it a total diameter distance of 26, just plain feet, because it's just 26 feet across. You try yours. If 3.3 meters got me half of the way across the circle, another 3.3 is going to finish the job. So 6.6 labeled meters. How'd you do? We discussed the formula used to find circumference of regular circles yesterday, and the formula that we use is C for circumference, pi times diameter. We know that the value of pi is going to be a 3.14 approximate. And here we just have to figure out what's the diameter. Another option, though, is to double the radius and multiply that by your pi. So 2 radii is the same thing as a diameter. So if you only know the radius value, you can double the radius, and that's going to equal the diameter. If you doubled the radius to get the diameter, then all that's left to do is multiply it by pi. And since outer edge is just one-dimensional, if we opened it up, it would be a long straight line. It's just plain units when we label. So no tiny 2's on here. It would be just plain inches, just plain millimeters, just plain miles, whatever value you were using. Let's make sure you're good with using the circle formula for outer edge of these pizzas. Notice in number 10, you are given a diameter. Notice in number 11, you're only given the radius value. We'll pause the video while you solve both of them. Remember to include which formula, substituted values in your formula, solve your math problem, and don't forget to label. We'll pause the video while you work. All right, let's check and see how you did. So when we're talking about circumference of pizza, we're really referring to the crust on the outside edge here. So if the pizza were 10 inches across, our formula would have been pi times diameter. The diameter is a value of 10 on a 10-inch pizza. We multiply that by the approximate pi value, and we come up with a 31.4 inches all the way around. So about 31 inches of crust are on the outside edge of that pizza. If we only knew that the radius was 7 inches, we would have to double the radius. And when we do that, that's about 14 as a diameter. We multiply that by our 3.14 approximate pi value. We find this one has almost 44 inches of crust all the way around the outside of that pizza. How'd you do with circle circumference? So our next idea is about finding outer edge distance of a semicircle. Now, if it's just the curved part, we can call that circumference because circumference means outside edge of something curvy. But when we include a straight line, like the bottom of the semicircle that's flat, what we end up with is perimeter, really. So notice down here on our example 4 on textbook page 242, they took the pi times diameter idea and then they divided it by 2. And the reason they divided it by 2 is because it's not a full circle outer edge. We have to cut off the bottom part and only keep this top curve, like the rainbow idea. Afterwards, they add in 6. And the reason they added in 6 is because it sits on this bottom edge. And the bottom edge is really the diameter. So they took the curved part of half of the circle and added in the diameter to close that shape off because the diameter is the outside edge. Let's take some notes here. So there's a picture that kind of gives us an idea of why we're going to do what we're going to do here as a formula. Our formula is circumference is pi times d divided by 2. What that's going to do is give us all of this circle. Dividing by 2 will eliminate the bottom half. So this is going to give us the curve on the top. Then, if we need to close the shape off because it's a true semicircle, we need to also then add in the diameter. And what that does is closes that circle shape for us. So pi times the diameter, divide by 2, eliminates the bottom curve. Then to close the shape, if that's all there is, we add in the diameter. We label it just plain units because it's still a straight line. It's just wrapped kind of oddly around our semicircle shape. Make sure you have the formula. Now it's time to use the formula. So for mine, I see that I have a semicircle and the diameter is 4 feet. So I'm going to find this number here is 4. I'm going to get the whole outside edge by doing pi times diameter. So 3.14 times 4 is 12.56. But that would get me all the way around the outside of the circle, and I don't have all of it. I only have part of it. In fact, I have half of it. So now I need to adjust and divide it by 2. And when I divide this value by 2, I find 6.28. 6.28 represents this outside curve part. But now I have to close the shape off by adding in the bottom diameter. The top part is the curve only, but I need to come back to the beginning. So by adding in that bottom diameter of 4, I have a total distance around this semicircle of 10.28 plain old feet. There's my total perimeter. We'll give you one to try. Walk your way through it, one part at a time. Use your circle circumference formula to find all the way around the circle. Divide by 2 to remove the bottom half. And then remember to add in your diameter to close that shape. We'll pause the video while you work. Let's see how you did. Well, I can use the whole circle pi times diameter value. What that does is travels me all the way around a full circle. When I do 3.14 times the diameter of 13, you should have come up with a 40.82 value. But then we need to divide that by 2, which will eliminate the bottom curve since a semicircle is only half of a full circle. 20.41 represents this rainbow curve on the outside. Then we need to add in the diameter because that's part of our outside edge here. If this is a 20-ish, a 13 more is going to close that shape, and the total perimeter would be 33.41 plain yards. How'd you do on that one? You able to use the formula traveling around a semicircle? We'll practice with groups one more time with the semicircle, and then we'll allow you to do your journal practice. Good luck with your formulas.